Hello, I am Ofure. If you're new to my channel, you're welcome. On this channel, I talk about Afrocentricity. I do vlogs on hair care, self-care, and lifestyle generally. If you're not new or you're conversant with what I do, you're conversant with this channel, thank you for sticking around. Today is going to be a sit-down video about my own unpopular opinion. Yes, during my journey of Afrocentricity, during my journey of my natural hair care, during my journey of telling stories through styling and Afrocentricity, I have come to see that there are some things in our society that are not really talked about. Even though we push Afrocentricity through Afrobeat, through fashion, styling, music, film, in the real world in Nigeria, there is still a lag in Afrocentricity and how it is portrayed in the society. Please do not skip this video, as this my unpopular opinion might interest you, and I'm sure it's going to interest you because it's what happens in our society. I would love for you to comment, share your thoughts with me. Let us get talking and exchange ideas. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share with your family and friends to improve my algorithm. Okay, pause. Before we continue with this video, I would just like to state that this is my unpopular opinion about Afrocentricity. Now, we are diverse even in Nigeria, and how anyone wants to portray their Afrocentricity differs from another. So, in case anyone wants to portray Afrocentricity and their beliefs differs in some areas, that is totally fine. If there are some things they don't want to practice in Afrocentricity, that is absolutely fine, because we are individuals and individuality and diversity is encouraged. I would like to say Afrocentricity is the way we portray our culture, values, aesthetics, beauty from an African perspective. So if anyone wants to portray certain part of us Afrocentricity, or all of it, or there are some beliefs that doesn't resonate with you as an African in general, that is totally fine. With that out of the way, let us enjoy the video, guys. This is not going to be a very long video. Now, my own popular opinion is about the portrayal of Afrocentricity. Outside music, outside fashion, outside film, I see that the portrayal of Afrocentricity based on aesthetics is not really something that is upheld in the Nigerian society. Take for instance where I live in Benin City. Yes, there have been this movement of Afrocentricity. All of a sudden, we see people wanting to, wear their natural hair, wear hairstyles that have been known to our forefathers in terms of braiding. And we see in clothes, wearing of the Ankara, kente, batik, lace. But I'm talking specifically on hairstyles. I have come to notice that even though Afrocentricity is associated with the educated populace of Nigeria in terms of journals, writings, speech, seminars, essays, in our society where we interact with the middle class, the poor, in the general word layman, it is not really understood, it is not really supported, and it is not really portrayed. Why do I say this? I'll take hairstyle for example. When I do a particular hairstyle, let's take for example temporary dreadlocks, and I tend to put in plastic carries on my hair, I get attention from people on the street, and they are like, why are you wearing carries on your hair? It's not Christian like. It's associated with juju. Juju is African spirituality, traditional ways of worship. And I tend to find this disturbing because we have not really dug deep into our roots. Well, I say this because many people want to embrace Afrocentricity in the terms of, yes, I am African. They want to embrace Afrocentricity in the terms of, I want to rock my natural hairstyle. They want to embrace Afrocentricity in the sense of, I am Nigerian, so I should be able to speak my language. Nigeria should be able to cook jollof rice or pounded yam and egusi soup. But it's deeper than that. I find it very disturbing when you choose to, wear your hair out as an African. Why do I say this? When you research, you see how our forefathers wore their hair in the olden days, foremothers. This was as a statement of status, wealth, hierarchy. For example, cowries it's known to deposit wealth. Cowries was used as a form of money exchange. It was used as a form of money to exchange goods and commodities. People wore this on their hair as decorations. Chiefs, wives, beautiful ladies, they use this to adorn their hair. Even feathers, bird feathers, when you research about this. But coming into this modern world, and I know this modern world it's a birth of colonization and European beauty standard. When someone like me wants to embrace my Afrocentricity, when someone like me has dug into my roots and want to, be a billboard for who I am, be a billboard for Afrocentricity, I find that people attack it. Now, I'm not saying everybody is going to accept the way I, maybe dress, the way I choose to defend my beliefs and ideas, and that is fine. Like I said before, culture from person to person differs. Beliefs from person to person differs. As long as it's not evil, it's not harming the other person, everybody is open to diversity. We are going crazy about this Afrocentricity, being woke in, you're digging your roots and trying to express it just for yourself, maybe not for others. One other point I want to raise is the fact that not everybody is going to be Afrocentric, and that's just the truth. The fact that you tap into this particular way of life, this particular inspiration, this particular belief, doesn't mean that your family, your friends, or anybody you see on the road that you interact with is going to believe in Afrocentricity, and that is fine. But when you're trying to convince the other person to see it your way, when you're trying to convince the other person that what he is doing is bad or is not right, that he should change his ways and conform to yours, I find there is a problem there. We are shouting Afrocentricity, we are being happy about the display of our culture, but the sad truth is most people cannot tap into Afrocentricity. When I mean most people, the respectable jobs, the respectable occupations that we have today, such as doctors, lawyers, teachers, engineers, bankers, there are still certain dress codes, there are still certain hair codes. You cannot wear cowries on your head to work. You will be queried because it is seen as irresponsible and unethical. But we are shouting Afrocentricity. We are shouting we want or whoever it is, I want to portray I am African, I want to portray I am Nigerian. But when you dig down into your roots and you see the way your forefathers were, and when you look at the influence of colonization, European standard beauty today, it's on a different scale. No matter how you try to explain yourself, people will still say you're not responsible. People will still say you cannot fit in. Even in your family, you can't fit in. Why are you carrying your hair like this? Your hair should be combed, your hair should be tamed, your hair should look responsible. But these people, they don't bother to find out what their natural hair is in its natural state. Not just the fact of carrying natural hair, but how is your hair in its natural state without disrupting it, without manipulating it. So this is just my unpopular opinion that I want to put out there. And I want you people to also, interact with me. Let me hear your thoughts on this. And on that note, guys, this will be the end of my video. Like I said before, don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your family and friends, or share with anyone interested in Afrocentricity. If you're subscribed to my channel, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And I will see you in my next video, guys. Bye.